We just got a new content drop for Overwatch, and it is a relatively large update if we were to sum it as it is. So first, the summer games are back. They're going to last for 13 days, and I want to praise Blizzard on one thing. The new reward area right here is really good. It clearly outlines what rewards you can get and what you have to do in order to get them. It's also very, very obvious in how you can see everything. So if I get 6 summer game challenges done, I get this Doomfist skin that is on the main menu that we saw at the start, and it's a solid skin. A good reward with a clear outline. That much is a W. Then there are the new paid skins, which most of you do not care about, including myself, but you know what? They do look good. If we're just being subjective, the new Mercy skin, it looks spicy. And I know people are going to want it, people are going to end up buying it, as well as a new highlight intro to go alongside it. On top of that, the creative team really put their mind to it because some of the other skins also look kinda good. I mean, okay, so Ritzy Cassidy, whatever. I mean, literally whatever. It's nothing too special. I like the color scheme. It would have been a good free skin as always. But this one, the Bastion skin, I think is actually quite solid. I think the Sandcastle Bastion is extremely creative and, you know, I like it. I like it. I can't say too much here. All right, but alongside that, the new summer game, the volleyball game, is now released. And one more thing, there's actually patch notes, and it is a massive update. Now, there is no way I will ever beat the smarts, the visuals, and the overall quality that CarQ is able to put out when it comes to Overwatch. So if you want to know all the patch notes, go check him out. I will talk a little bit about the patch notes myself, but that's afterward. For now, I want to actually talk about this new game mode, and it's something that I don't see any other creators talk about, and maybe because people don't care. I talked about it when there was the community map, as well as any other game mode that came out. I'm sorry, but arcade game modes as well as these events, like the summer 2023 event, is what will carry Overwatch now. No offense, but there's no PvE, competitive sucks, there's not much soul in this game. And this game needs to really lean into being a fun, casual game that's free to play that people can pick up with their friends. That's what it's gotta lean into if it wants to survive. And event after event, Blizzard can't make something fun. Okay, maybe I'll get dislikes. It's a great time to let me know. Did you find this new game mode fun? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you basically kick this ball around. You can choose whatever hero you'd like to play. I highly suggest you choose someone who flies because I'm showing you Cassidy gameplay, which is by far one of the worst. I barely was able to play myself. Like, you just play Echo, that's about it. GG, well played. Or Pharah. Play both, that's it. It is so stupid why you can even choose all these heroes because they all kind of suck in this game mode. That's one. Two, it's a first to 10 and it takes forever for the game to complete. It's a very long match, like very, very long match. On top of all of that, it is slow. It is so slow, man. Like the ball, like something immediately every time. Okay, so every time someone scores, the whole game freezes. There's a whole transition, and then you serve and start over. Dude, you gotta make look at this. Look at this. Keeps going. Keeps going. I'm surprised if you didn't click away yet. Keeps going. Oh my god. And now we're started. Wait for the serve. Keeps going. And now we started serving. Dude, it's not that deep. It's an arcade game mode. What you gotta do is you gotta keep it moving. The minute the ball hits, it goes doosh. Next one, serve. Quicker. Make it way quicker than that. This was so slow. The ball also falls like a balloon. It is falling in slow motion, and it takes forever to actually get to it. I talked to some people in game. Most people really didn't like it and preferred Lucio Ball. Lucio Ball was genuinely a hit, and I think most people from the original Overwatch game were super excited. Remember the first summer games? How exciting it was, and then they just did nothing for a million years, and now we finally got a second game mode, and it sucks. For some reason, Blizzard is failing to make anything entertaining or fun. It's like they're so maybe disconnected, or they're just not good designers anymore, or they don't have a grasp of what makes something engaging in this day and age. I'm not too sure, or maybe I'm over to complaining. Like, Lucio Ball still aged relatively well. The only reason it's kind of boring, like, I don't play a lot of Lucio. You can see, like, you guys are gonna laugh at my gameplay. That's fine. The reason it's relatively boring now is just because it's old. That's the truth. If this just released now, people will be having fun, no doubt. It's just at least it keeps moving. And I feel like Blizzard knew before that it kept moving because now they added triple ball, right? We now know there's a triple ball for Lucio Ball, and that made it more enticing. That's how they kept that old game mode alive, because it's engaging, it's fast paced, it keeps you attracted to it. But it's like volleyball fails at all their principles, all that principle. Anyways, I'm not going to linger on that too much, but I'm more lingering on the fact that they can't make anything good. That's really what I'm lingering on, because what's the last time they made something good? Like, the last event was literally a workshop game mode. I feel maybe not even the first Olympus one, because that was a free for all. When they reintroduced Olympus and it was a team oriented instead, it was a lot more fun. That'd be one of the better ones they released. There's really nothing to look forward to. Anyways, I think Overwatch is rapidly declining, and I think most of the player base and most people I've talked to, especially casual side, have fallen off. I think almost everyone I know personally, they were hyped with Overwatch 2, and then now it's same old, and they're leaving. And it's kind of sad because Blizzard had this huge chance to relaunch, and I think since the start of when I relaunched this channel, I've been saying, oh, it's going to be up to them to make it survive. I don't know how long I'll be even around. No one cares. I do a bunch of other channels, but it's because there's nothing to be around for. There's nothing to do in this game. The PvE is obviously already looking lackluster, but what's even worse is once we do finally get it, nothing until 2024. So the gap is absolutely massive, meaning that everything that all the excitement around it is already basically dead. That's the thing. It's dying quite rapidly. All right, now the next thing is the patch notes. Again, I'm not going one by one. Like Orisa had changes. Ramatra, Reinhardt, Wrecking Ball, Sojourn, Soldier, Symmetra had massive buffs. Torbjorn had changes. Kiriko, Zenyatta had quite minor changes. But I digress. It was actually a massive patch, so I'm gonna leave on a slight positive note. Blizzard is doing one thing right, which is continuously changing the heroes and patching the game. Even in a perfectly balanced environment, changing the heroes and changing up who's strong and weak is what will keep a game fresh. It's what keeps metas changing, strategies adjusting, and it's actually very refreshing to anyone playing Overwatch. I actually think this is quite strong, but the reason it's not enough to carry the momentum for Overwatch forward is because not enough people care about the competitive scene, nor playing competitively in Overwatch. While it's obviously still very popular, and I would say a majority of players, it's what they're doing, the way that Blizzard is going to influx and sustain this game, in my opinion, is very much the Fortnite route, and it's their fault. They set themselves up for this route, right? With the revitalization of Overwatch 2, and the relaunch of it, the new monetization system, and the huge push for a free-to-play and casual players coming on in, the main way to keep people engaged is going to be doing much better events, much stronger arcade modes, something fun, not just same old. Patch notes are great for sustaining continued Overwatch fans, but I think these exact fans are the fans that were here during Overwatch 1, when it stopped and it was all grindy, then during the re-release of Overwatch 2, and then they're still here today. These patch notes are still a fresh of breath air for players like Flats and all his community, and players like Stylosa and his community, right? Like people, CarQ, people who are competitive, J3 especially, people who are competitive, and that community revolves around it. This is one thing Blizzard's doing right to keep the game fresh. But it's far from perfect. There's going to be mistakes within it, but it's not nearly as big of a deal than the lack of actual content outside of patch notes and the core game. But maybe that's okay. Maybe you guys think it's okay. Let me know what you think down below. I think it's going to kill Overwatch. That's my prediction. We can already see it in charts. We can already see it in the community. We can already see a lot of people who have quit, and you can see it in the broader YouTube space if you search, back-end marketing or use apps like vidIQ or applications like vidIQ that actually showcase search results, interest in the game. It's kind of a GG. So I don't know what the future holds, but to me, it's not holding much.